Have some
Starting
starting
out
lineups here.
for the visitors. Number 0, A. Simmons.
So Ahmad Simmons is
Number
the first
1,
starter. Had 11
Jay
points in the
Moore.
first matchup. Jordan Moore, 27
Number
points in the
3,
first
E.
matchup.
Harris.
Eli, no wait, not him. And
Number 5, C. Smith.
Calvin Smith, number 4.
Number 11, Jay
other
Moore.
starter, they said. And Jamal Moore. I'm a little confused.
And now for your HL Bourgeois Braves, 6'1" sophomore, number 1, Kadar
Calvin
Mitchell.
Smith. Okay, there you go. And Eli Hams. Sorry about
6'4"
that.
junior, number 24, Mark George.
Kadar Mitchell is the first starter for HL Bourgeois. The
5'9" senior, number
Laquan
14,
George.
Damian Hodges.
Damian Hodges, one of the seniors on senior
6'4"
night.
senior, number 3, David Green.
David Green, he could fly, boy, can he fly.
6'1" senior, number 2, Chris
And Chris
Showtime.
Showtime Coleman, just a member of the 1,000 point club. Let's have some fun. This is going to be a wonderful game.
And real quick, just looking at the girl power rankings, East St. John going in tonight was 32.83. Lady Tarpon for 31.79.
Yeah.
So that's a whole point. I don't.
How many wins does Terrebonne have? Can you go down to the bottom? And
I think they had 6. Now they got 7.
yeah, it's still a long shot. But it'll make East St. John be on the bubble big time
East
now.
St. John's going to be 28 or out.
Yeah. HL Bourgeois going right to left. Hahnville left to right. Hahnville on the road blacks with the purple and gold trim. HL Bourgeois on the home whites. It'll be George jumping against one, which is Moore. Moore is their star player by all accounts.
Moore kind of reminds me a little bit of the guy from UNO.
Yeah, Johnson?
Yeah.
That's very, very high praise. Very high praise. Let's have some fun. We are underway with the tip going out of bounds. Are we going to re-jump? Yep, we will. So, let's try it again. And we are underway with the tip going to Hahnville. Simmons. Using a screen on the left side of the floor, reversing it to Hams. They get it to the right corner for a 3. Short rebound goes inside for a layup that's up and in. You mentioned rebounding.
Block them out. They're going to shoot that long ball. You got to be ready for long rebounds.
Hahnville gets an early 2. Green. Extended beyond midcourt, getting it to Chris Coleman. Coleman penetrates, picks up the dribble, getting it to Hodges. Hodges now to Kadar Mitchell. He's a youngster, just a sophomore here. Getting it to George. Kadar Mitchell might actually be a freshman, to be honest with you. I think maybe a sophomore. Maybe somebody who's listening could correct us. Coleman, top of the key. With tight defense from Hahnville. Hodges getting it to Coleman. So very patient first possession for the Braves. Coleman shoots an NBA 3.
You cannot go under that screen on Coleman. We'll lock you up.
And here comes Hahnville. Moore, pull up, missed it badly. Rebound goes to the Tigers. They'll bag down Smith. Now out to Simmons, working it to the right corner for a 3. Knuckleball, no. Rebound goes to the Braves. Coleman. 3-2 in the early stages. HL Bourgeois on top.
He's got a little lucky here to give up an extra possession.
Coleman just made about a 30-footer. Now he attacks all the way through, lays it up, missed it. Rebound goes to Moore. Moore pushing it in transition. Pitches it to the corner, attacking baseline, feeding it inside for a layup that's no good. It's a miss by Jamal Moore. They got Jordan and Jamal Moore. Now Hodges in the left side for a triple. Short, and they're going to hit the wiring. One thing Coach Brandon Brown was telling me yesterday, I was asking for a scouting report of Hahnville. He said, hey, Jordan Moore could score the heck out of the ball, but he's also a great rim protector, and he alters a lot of shots on the inside. So be curious to see how many layups the Braves could get with him in there.
High pick and roll.
Simmons to the corner. Another corner 3. That's an air ball. Rebound goes to the floor, and the Braves have it. Hodges. Hodges tries to squeeze it to Mitchell and throws it away. A little bit of a sloppy start for the Braves. All they've gotten so far is a long 3-pointer.
Yeah, miscommunication. Mitchell should have gone all the way to the basket. He stopped. Offensive guy thought he was going to the basket for a layup and missed him.
Moore has it. He's got the green light from everywhere. He attacks and will draw a foul on the floor.
See Hahnville here kind of spreading the floor a little bit, looking for that pick and roll where they can get more of the basketball in space.
So the Tigers will inbound. They get it to Moore. Inside, they go to Simmons, who has it blocked away. But they fight for the loose ball, and a tip up, no. And the Braves are trying to pull away the rebound, and here they come. Boy, Hahnville just doesn't give you anything easy on the glass. They make you work for it all. Coleman quickly the other way into the lane, blocked away, but a foul will be called, and Coleman will be shooting 2. Coleman had 12 in the first matchup, but it was a very scary set of circumstances at the end as he fouled out in the final couple of minutes. So the Braves had to close out the game without him.
And good work by George on the inside for the Braves in that last possession, securing that defensive rebound.
First free throw is good. And it's 4-2. Hahnville's going to get Jeremiah Jeffrey into the game. Jamal Moore will take a breather. One more shot coming for Coleman. Just an exceptional senior. He's going to be one of the leading candidates for the local player of the year. Made them both. The Braves lead by 3. It's Hahnville. Jeffrey. And it's Simmons. Simmons attacks off the bounce into the lane, gets it to the corner, and throws it away. There's not out of contact, but no whistle, and it's a turnover. Goes over to the HL Bourgeois.
It's a good job by Coleman on the switch on the pick and roll and kept his body square. Then let the offensive guy get into the paint and finish.
Almost trying to deny Coleman the ball, but he's so slippery he still catches it. Now he's walking it the other way. 5-2 to score. Coleman. Left side, that's Hodges. They get it to Green. Back to Hodges. Hodges attacks into the lane. Tough shot. Got it. Good soft kiss off the glass. Good bucket that time from Damian Hodges, and it's 7-2. Well, here comes the Tigers. Offensive foul called on Ahmad Simmons. Kind of dipped his shoulder a little bit, and the officials give the Braves the call.
The HL did a good job. Hodges did a great job penetrating. Hahnville wasn't there. Weak side defense to come over, took it straight to the rim.
So Kadar Mitchell come the other way. Kadar's across the timeline. Attacks the right side all the way through, lays it up and in. Boy, what a start for the Braves. They are getting just about everything that they want on offense. Now Hahnville coming the other way. Getting it to Moore. That's a tough one-footed shot. It's an air ball. Rebound goes to Moore, and he'll feed it inside. All the way. Here come the Braves in transition. Mitchell all the way through. Will draw the foul. Boy, it could not be a worse start to this game for Hahnville. They're not getting anything good on offense, and the Braves are getting out and running.
Hahnville's out of sync on offense. HL's doing a good job beating the Braves, beating the Tigers on penetration to the basket, getting to the rim, and Hahnville's just not rotating over to stop the ball.
So Kadar Mitchell will be shooting him up. First shot is up and good. 10-2. One more coming. 3:57 to go in the opening quarter, and the Braves have got another nice-sized early lead, and I think Coach Randolph has just called a timeout. She's not happy with the way her team has started. HL Bourgeois, for the second straight time when facing the Hahnville Tigers, jumps out on them early. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Partner, what do they have to do to get back in sync here, man?
They got to find some rhythm on offense. This is kind of out of control. Although they rely on the three-point shot a lot, but besides that first couple of possessions, HL is doing a great job of boxing out and fighting for rebounds. And on the offensive end, HL just taking it to the basket. No weak side help, and they're finishing at the rim. And another thing, they're getting to the free throw line early. That's 4 free throws they made in the first quarter.
They say live by the 3. Well, there's another thing you could do by the 3 too.
Yes.
And so far, that's what it's been for the Tigers, who are trying to come out of this timeout and build some momentum. Simmons, cross midcourt, getting into the right side of the floor is Smith. They attack off the bounce. That's Hams, loses it, and it'll go out of bounds to the Braves. Another turnover. They're penetrating and trying to kick it to the corners, but boy, they're just not having a whole lot of success getting those passes. From Coleman. Cross midcourt. Getting it to Hodges. Made one a second ago, reversing it to Green. Green with an NBA 3. What a start for HL Bourgeois. It is 14-2. Simmons. Using the pick. It's at the Moore for a triple. Short. Rebound goes to the Braves. Flying in as Coleman.
Coleman, way to be active on the boards. We can get that rebound.
Coleman trying for another! Unconscious. The Braves lead 17-2. No one saw this coming. They are on fire from the outside. Moore trying to answer. That's Jeffrey. Now Moore has it. The Hams working it to Simmons. The Tigers look a little shell-shocked right now. Not a whole lot of movement. They have been hit by a freight train. They attack and they travel. Another Hahnville turnover.
That's been for at least 5 turnovers. I know this is typical HL Bourgeois basketball. Hitting the big, deep 3-pointers. They penetrate, get to the rim.
And they are cooking with grease right now, up 15 in the opening quarter. Coleman made a couple of deep ones. Behind the back dribble, pitching it to the corner. Green attacks, has it blocked away. Rebound goes to Hahnville. Moore pushing it in transition. Got to stop the ball. Dribbling through a lot of white jerseys on the floor, and a blocking foul will be called on HL Bourgeois. With Kyoette nodding, saying, yep, that's the right call. That's the second team foul on the Braves.
Braves are being aggressive on defense, man. They forcing turnovers.
Simmons to Moore. Jamal Moore. Getting it to Jordan Moore. On the right side wing area to the top of the key. Smith attacks the lane with the right. Lay it up. No, draw the foul. So 2 shots coming for Hahnville. And it feels like, man, they just need anything to just slow the game down right now.
Yeah, that's a great point, because if they come out right here and run that little motion offense, what they're doing, instead of relying on the 3-point shot so early in their offense, they might be able to get to the paint and draw fouls and stop trying to kick the ball out and turn it over. Go to the rim as Smith misses the first free throw.
Malik Miles will check into the game for Marquand George. 1:43 to go in the opening quarter. An opening quarter that has been all HL Bourgeois. Smith made that one, so it's 17-3. Here comes the Braves. Hodges. And senior night, one of the seniors here, getting it to Green. Green picks up the dribble to Hodges on the right side corner for a 3. Air ball. Rebound goes to the to the Tigers. Tigers get up in the air and somehow find somebody down the floor. That's Jeffrey. Nearly a turnover, but instead turns into an uncontested layup. 3 unanswered for the Tigers. Coleman backs off the bounce on the left side. All the way through, trying to cross it with this jam. Here come the Tigers. Moore at the rim will lay it up. No. Put back, no. Rebound goes to the Braves. Look out. Could be showtime. Hodges at the rim will draw the foul. He, too, is trying to flush it home. He gets fouled.
Great transition defense by Mitchell for HL Bourgeois. They had Moore going to the basket, and his back was to Moore. and he just kind of wiggled and stayed in his way, forced him to miss that layup, allowed his team to come back with a rebound in transition and draw the foul.
Damian Hodges will be shooting 2 for the Braves. First one is up and good. 18-5 the score. Fans are fired up. If one of those dunks would have went through, they would have gone crazy here. Hodges made that one, and it's 19-5. Braves get number 11, Taj Mosley, into the game. Hahnville needs something to feel good about here at the end of the first quarter. It has been a rough first quarter for the Tigers. Down 14. Simmons at the top of the key, picks up the dribble, feeds it inside to Smith, lays it up and in. A lot of contact down there, doesn't get the whistle. Braves are trying to take a charge. Instead, it turns into a layup, and Hahnville's got a couple of consecutive possessions with a bucket.
Calvin Smith's going to be the workhorse for the Tigers on the inside.
Holman across the timeline. The Braves have the arrow. Will they hold for one? Chance maybe for 2 possessions in a row. Bringing a double. Long pass to Kadar Mitchell. Mitchell attacks into the lane. Big hop step. Plays it up. No. Got it back. No. And now the Tigers have it. Now they're pushing in transition. And the Braves are trying to take it away. And they do. And they are beat down the floor. It's showtime. Slam! Green slams it home. And that's the end of the first quarter. With our score, HL Bourgeois 21. Hahnville 7. We'll be back in 1 minute. We got to catch our breath. We're having a good time on the reservation here on ESPN 100.3. HL Bourgeois leads Hahnville 21-7 at the end of the quarter. We just saw a little showtime action from Mr. David Green. See if the Tigers could play a better second quarter, but if not, they're going to get boat raced here. HL Bourgeois is ready to roll.
The only question here is, can HL play with the lead right here and know with tempo how to play with the tempo and slow it down?
Malik Miles holding it high, getting it to Green. Green just had that flush a minute ago. Now Coleman attacks. Look out. Lays it up. No. Rebound goes to the Braves. And a foul will be drawn. Malik Miles got the offensive rebound and drew the foul in the putback.
You see what I mean by that right there with Coleman? He took the ball and penetrated hard. It was a great penetration. But it's early in the offense, and it's kind of an off-balance shot. The Braves got lucky there that they can get the rebound. If that doesn't happen, that's how Hahnville can get back in the game.
Miles misses the first. He's another young guy, one of the pups here. Braves have a mix of young and old on this very talented roster. Makes the second. Hahnville getting a sub into the game is going to be a big boy. And a kid that we do not have on our roster, number 20. So bear with us. We're going to try to get the name there. Simmons. Across the timeline. Tax. Gets it to Moore. Moore into the lane. Lays it up and in. The scouting report on him is he can miss 100 in a row, and then he'll come back and make 30 in a row. He is very streaky, and you don't want to let him get going. Coleman doing a lot of dancing at the top of the key. Getting it to Green for a long three. Strong. Rebound goes to the floor. Miles got it. Back to Coleman. Coleman penetrates. Tough shot. Missed it. Rebound goes to the Tigers. Hams. Hams pushing it down the floor. In the paint they go, backing down. And there's an offensive foul. Good call, number 20. We don't have the name, but boy, he just barreled over the guy defending him on the block. So HL Bourgeois will take over. Kadar Mitchell will get it to Mosley. Will come the other way. Mosley. To the corner. Green, low pull up. Strong. HL Bourgeois cooled off a little bit from the field. Can Hahnville chip away? Moore with a pull up. No. Rebound goes over the back. I don't think they're going to say stay here. No. Yeah. It's going to be another foul, number 20, his second. The official motion stay here at first, but then he pointed, and that's the right call. It's over the back for 20 all day long.
That's 2 quick fouls.
Randolph going to ride it out, leaving him in there. Mosley going to walk it up the court for the Braves. HL Bourgeois had a couple empty possessions in a row. Can they find their rhythm? Oh, there's going to be a turnover on this possession, but it's an offensive foul, an illegal screen. Tell you what, if Hahnville gets another bucket or two here, Coach Kiowa may call a reset timeout because the flow has not been good in the early stages of the second.
And that's the challenge, to find that right flow, because HL wants to play fast, but if you start going cold, you may want to slow it down a little.
Simmons, cross midcourt. 6:07 to go in the second quarter. To the left side, Eli Hams. Back to Simmons, back to Hams. Hams penetrates, reverses it to 20. Big fella tags baseline, kicks it out to the top of the key. Hahnville with a patient possession. Simmons using a screen, attacking into the lane, out to 20 for a high arcing triple, no good. Rebound goes to the Braves. Look out, they got numbers. Green, showtime again. Nope, he feeds it inside, and now got it back on the baseline. Now 3-point try from the wing is good. John Jones scores it. And it's 25-9. Simmons using the pick. Tags baseline. Swooping in for a layup is no good. Rebound to 20. Lays it up and one. Don't have the name of number 20. That's a big boy, though, and he is working hard down low. They got to keep him on the floor without the foul trouble. It is 25-11. One shot coming. Scoreboard update brought to you by 3T, home of the drive-through oil change. Terrebonne leads East St. John 7-5. Just underway out there in Homa. We'll be following that one throughout. Coleman penetrates all the way through. Missed it. Rebound goes to Simmons. Simmons for the Hahnville Tigers. It's up in the air. They feed it to the big fella who's looking for a cutter. Now Moore's got it. Moore at the top of the key. That's a tough shot blocked by Green. Look out. Showtime. Oh, he missed the slam. Now the Braves have the rebound in the corner for three. John Jones off the missed slam dunk makes it corner three instead. And it's 28-12. Simmons. Everything going right for HL Bourgeois right now. Hams attacks. Now they get it to the corner for a layup. No, back tapped up in the air, and the Braves have it. They're looking to push. And a double dribble. Yep, good call by Mr. Ashton Dillon. John Jones is going a little too fast and lost the dribble. Coach Hahnville just looks uncomfortable.
They starting to walk on the court and walk off the court, and there's a timeout to be called.
Yeah, Coach Randolph will call a timeout. From the opening stages of the game, they have looked antsy, they have looked uncomfortable, and HL Bourgeois has punched them in the face. They lead by 16. Let's thank the Gager Law Group. Out of the timeout, Hahnville will have possession. Down 16 now. That's the thing. Yeah, you're down 16. Okay, that's not any good. But does it help you knowing that, hey, we were down 19 in the third quarter last time and came all the way back? Does it help when
It does, yes. It does. But, I mean, you got to play better than what you're doing right now.
Ideally, you wouldn't want to keep digging yourself into these holes. Same thing like we said with Tavon Sadler. Yeah, he likes being the cardiac colonels, but he also likes being the, hey, let's lead throughout the game colonels, too. Simmons will walk it across the timeline midway through the second quarter here on the reservation. Simmons getting it to Jones. The right wing area picks up his dribble. Now to Jeremiah Jeffrey. And the pass is kicked out of bounds by HL Bourgeois, nearly stolen by Taj Mosley.
Trying to get an ID on 20, but I can't get on max prep.
Halftime out. I'll take care of that. Tigers get it to the big fella, holding it high. It's a left corner. That's Simmons. Amo doesn't have Jordan Moore in the game right now. 20 backs down. All sorts of defenders around him. Taken away. And Green slam! One-hand slam. Here comes Hahnville quickly the other way, and a travel. It is unraveling. Green is flying around the gym. HL Bourgeois playing like a state contender right now. They're up 18 at home. Mosley attacks the lane on the left side all the way through the reverse no. Rebound to Hahnville. And the Tigers find something to feel good about in the late stages of the opening half. Simmons using a screen. Attacks at the pull-up mid-range. Strong. Rebound goes to the Braves, and a foul will be called. To the fourth foul in Hahnville, so they have none to give. Coach, I've watched HL Bourgeois play a lot this year. This is as good as they have looked. On both sides of the floor.
They're very active. They are attacking the boards. Chris Coleman is not waiting for the ball to come to him. He's going to get the ball and do that foul.
Jones getting it to Green with a couple of flushes in the opening half. Feeds it inside to Cutter, lays it up and in. That's Mosley. Everything for HL Bourgeois is either an open three or an open layup right now. And boy, that's ideal for them. That's the way they want to play. They're up 20. Simmons attacks all the way through, missed it. Rebound back tap, but the Braves have it for a lefty shot. That's good by Jones. 32-14. They're still denying Coleman the ball, so Mosley will walk it up. Give it to Green. Green in to penetrate. Instead, he'll hand it off to Jones. Johnny Jones made a three a minute ago. Now Coleman does have it. To the left side. Double comes, and he's fouled, and he'll go shoot free throws. Not a good foul from Hahnville. You're putting them on the line with 2:07 to go.
Yeah, Hahnville, they have to extend their defense and come out. And they're trying to double, and Coleman does a great job breaking the double team and drawing the foul.
Coleman will be shooting him. He's got unofficially 8 points, trying to get into double figures. And we're looking for a towel. There we go. Coach Kaiwa was telling me that there are plans here to resurface the floor. New paint job. It's going to look similar to South Lafourche, she said. It's going to be the double tone. And
started that trend way back. Huh?
Yeah, he said that they're also trying to get some blue and white plastic bleachers in here. Completely new look. Boy, that would be sharp. They could get that. Free throw is good. Not that there's anything wrong with the floor now, but you could tell it's an old floor.
And when you do it, get new lights. I mean,
go all the way, huh?
Yes, if you're going to do it.
Absolutely. Go big or go home. Coleman shoots it up. And good. And it's a 20-point game. Jeffrey gets it to Simmons. Jordan Moore did check back into the game for Hahnville at the last dead ball. He is stationed on the right wing. The ball is on the left wing in Simmons' hand. Simmons getting it to Hams. Hams, he got away with a walk to Jeffrey. Jeffrey back to Hams, now Simmons. Tags baseline, shoots a tough mid-range. No, rebound goes to the Braves. Flying in there, Mosley. Mosley long past the green. Got it. Attacks the left side, and we'll have it deflected out of bounds. And we'll stay with HL Bourgeois.
HL was on defense that last few times.
Honda fans think that was their basketball. It was not. It was absolutely deflected by a Tiger. Jones, tough shot, and goodness. Everything they're throwing up in this first half is going through, and they lead by 22. Hams getting it to Smith, lays it up in traffic. No, put back is good. Here come the Braves. Trying to answer that rare first half bucket for the Tigers. Jones getting it to Mosley. Mosley. Attacks on the bounce on the left side of the floor to Green. Green with the shot fake. 45 seconds to go in the opening half. Long pass to Mosley. Braves are content to run a little clock. Now they attack into the lane. Nice Euro step, and the put up is good. No good by Mosley. Got it back, lays it up there. With 24 seconds to go, HL Bourgeois adds 2 to the lead. Simmons. Getting into Smith. Smith, double dribble. Just a nightmare first half for the Hahnville Tigers, who are down 22. HL Bourgeois has the ball, has the arrow, a chance for 2 possessions in a row, and they could really carry some momentum into the lockers here.
Never would have thought this.
No, we didn't see this one coming from a mile away.
Not the difference in the game.
Coleman is fouled. That's a bad foul. You were over the limit. He was riding him like a Mustang all the way down the floor. It's an obvious foul. And you're putting a very gifted free throw shooter at the line. Shot is up and good. 39-16, HL Bourgeois in front. One more coming, exactly 10 seconds to go in the half. Coleman has had a big first half, looking to add 1 point to that tally. And he does. So now Hahnville's got to come quick. Bourgeois has fouls to give if they choose to use them. Moore's got the basketball. Across the timeline. He's going to pull up an NBA 3. Nope. The double comes. He gets it out to Hams for an NBA 3. In and out. And that brings us to the end of the first half. Has been all HL Bourgeois. It's 40-16 on the reservation. We'll be back in 3 minutes with our halftime show here on KLEB.
if Hahnville comes and tries to put full court pressure, HL can maybe just throw the ball over the top and shoot layups most of the second half. But they're going to have to come with some type of trapping defense, trying to get those guys flying around to get more. I mean, 2 points. He's just no interest, it seems like, right now. And they got to get him going. And you can do that by starting with your defense.
Tigers are going to have the ball first, going right to left. Their coaching staff is
Out the box.
on the bench. Yeah, you're right. They are out the box.
I'd be arguing for a technical foul.
Here come the Tigers. Simmons, right side of the floor. Smith, the Hams, working it around the perimeter. Jamal Moore to the corner. Smith. By the way, big number 20. We got a name on him as the Tigers laid up. No, put back, no, put back, no. And the rebound goes to the Tigers. Block. Another opportunity, and they finally draw the foul. So literally 5 shots at the rim. That's a good start, playing with some energy, getting to the free throw line. Number 20, by the way, is Kenneth Lorio. So we've got an ID on that young man, and we thank the Hahnville staff for supplying us with that name.
Tigers came out of the locker room with a little more energy. Calvin Smith did a great job on the inside, fighting for offensive rebounds and putting one up until he got fouled.
Smith will be shooting, and the floor. How could the floor be wet after we played for 10 seconds? But we will get that perspiration off the floor.
One good coach may have had them running at halftime.
Say that. We were at Lutcher last week. Immediately after the game, they were practicing, so crazy things happen.
Imagine the lights stayed on.
Yeah, that's a rarity. Second shot is no good, boy. Just can't buy one right now. Here come the Braves. Mitchell splits the defenders. Attacks the right side. Lays it up. No. Rebound goes to the Tigers. Hahnville looking to push. Moore's got it. In transition on the right side. Lays it up. No. Flying in for the rebound is Smith, but he loses it to Moore. Moore is going to be fouled. So 2 early fouls on the Braves. That won't make Coach Kiowa happy.
And that's what Hahnville needed. They got Bourgeois to come in transition, miss the layup. They got to convert on this end.
Yeah, got to start scoring. You're down 24. You're a team that has a lot of firepower, but you haven't shown it yet tonight. Moore attacks off the bounce. He's doubled. They get it to the left corner for a 3. That's an air ball. Rebound goes to the Braves. That was Hams on the miss. So now if you're HL Bourgeois, you want to keep piling on, but you also want to be cognizant of the clock, which is your friend here in the second half, up 24. Coleman attacks. Teardrop, no. Rebound goes to Coleman with the left, no. And here come the Tigers. They've got him beat down the floor. 2-on-1 break at the rim. They lay it up and in. That's Simmons who scored it. 90 seconds into the third quarter, it's Hahnville who draws the first blood, cutting it to 22.
Bourgeois penetrates and misses these shots inside. They have to get back on defense.
Hodges, one of 3 seniors on this Braves team. Left side of the floor all the way through and lays it up and in. That's a good, strong move. Boy, is he an underrated player. We don't talk about Hodges a whole lot when we talk about the good Brave players. That's a good, strong move. He's played a heck of a game. Moore loses it, and here come the Braves in transition. Look out, laying it up, blocked away, but Coleman's there for the bunny. Go room service, and it's 44-18.
Nice job by Coleman following his teammate in for the shot to get the rebound.
Which, golly, if Hahnville doesn't start playing with more life, they're going to get running time here.
I would agree.
They still are struggling. Moore's on the floor. They get it out to the left side. Hams will lay it up in traffic and in. There you go. There's 2. And it's 44-20. 5:20 to go in the third. Hahnville just kind of staying level with them so far in the third, but the problem is they're down 20+. Green Step back three. No. Rebound goes to the Tigers. Moore.
Yeah, Coach Caillouette's not really happy with that shot.
Moore. Off the bounce. He shoots a tough one. No. Rebound goes to Green. Braves looking to push. They got him beat down the floor, but the long pass is intercepted a little short. Simmons getting into the corner. They go. Hams will lay it up. No. Put back will be up. No. Rebound goes to the Braves. Boy, Hahnville just can't buy one from the lane tonight. And now Coleman comes the other way. Coleman spinning through. Tough shot in the lane. There's not a tough shot for him tonight. He is on fire. Scores it. Quickly the other way goes Hahnville. At the rim, Smith tried to jam it home, but the putback by Moore is good. And we have a timeout by Coach Caillouette. Look, if you're HL Bourgeois, you're probably not thrilled with the way you're playing, but the lead has stayed the same, and you shaved 4 minutes off of this half. So, par for the course is pretty good when you're up 24.
Yeah, I think it's a great timeout by Coach Caillouette right here because his team was starting to get out of sync just a little bit. Took some early shots in their offense and he wasn't happy with. And you got to get back on defense. You cannot allow Hahnville to start running and get out in transition. And for the most part, HL is doing a good job of shutting that down.
Shout out to Coach Leon Veal, who's in the house.
And him and Coach Washington.
Just came to give us a little love here at the radio table.
A little early.
It's always fun to see him here. Not looking forward to seeing him as much next Friday. If you know, you know. Jones coming the other way. Getting it to Mitchell. Mitchell at the top of the key. To the right side, Coleman on the wing. Coleman attacks into the lane. That's a tough shot. He missed it. And the rebound goes to Hahnville. Here come the Tigers trying to find some life. Simmons getting it to the left side. It's not going to be a kick. It goes to Moore. Now they get it to Smith. And it's an offensive foul. It'll either be an and one or an offensive foul. They call an offensive foul.
Hahnville fans are not happy with the call.
Here come the Braves. Mosley. Being very patient. Why not? You're up 24 with about 11 minutes of basketball left. They get it to Coleman. Coleman. Top of the key. Penetrates a little, loses the dribble, but he's fouled. Sometimes it's just not your night, boy, and it just feels like that's what Hahnville's dealing with tonight. Every time they feel like there's a steal, there's a foul. They get it in the paint, they miss. They get an and one, it's a charge. And it's really been that way from the tip, and you got to give HL Bourgeois a lot of credit for making it that way.
That's all HL Bourgeois forcing it.
Jones here midcourt. Lost out of bounds, will stay here. Kadar Mitchell. Spinning through, has it poked away from behind, and Hahnville has it. Long pass down the floor on the left side. Smith shoots a floater, blocked, but he puts it back up and in. That was good athletic play that time from Calvin Smith, and it's a 22-point game. But this pace is not conducive as Bourgeois gets it across the timeline. Mitchell attacks, lays it up. No. Rebound goes out of bounds to Hahnville. Well, I was about to say the pace is not conducive to a rally from 22 down. There's just not enough possessions right now. Hahnville's got to pick up that tempo.
Yeah, they got to take advantage of every opportunity, every transition basket they can get.
Simmons Somebody just got thrown out of the game. Someone just got thrown out of the game. Oh, maybe not thrown out of the game. Maybe told they got to go and stay in the bleachers. Yeah, that's I think what it is. No, or not. It looks like they're going to go out of the
We'll
game.
see.
Coach Randolph is having a discussion with Coach Ward, or not Coach Ward, the official, Mr. Ward. And we have
Couple.
found our culprit. And they are being walked out.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's the holdup.
Yeah, now I don't know why we're not playing. We've got the guilty party out. If Coach Randolph wants to argue with the official, she can call a timeout. Now let's rock and roll. You've never argued with an official before, haven't you, Coach?
No.
How's your nose growing?
Yeah.
More. Getting it to Smith, blocked away. Here come the Braves, and we have a foul. Hahnville's frustrated. Hahnville is, they're just not having a very good time. Here on the
There's a
reservation.
little contact on the shot that they let go, but it's a frustration foul after.
The Braves coming the other way. 11, Mosley. Mosley using a screen. Attacks the right side of the floor. Moore tries to rip it away. Gets it now to Green. The Braves are doing such a good job being patient, man. They're running a lot of clock here. Ball's lost. Oh, you got to pick that ball up. That's a mistake there by Green. In transition, the Tigers have brought a foul. That was a mistake there by David Green. You got to touch the ball and make it a backcourt so that they have to set up the half-court offense as opposed to the transition offense. And at least take a couple of free throws.
I'm not sure if Calvin Smith from Hahnville is a senior or not, but that young man can play.
Free throw is good. This is about in the point of the game where Hahnville made their vicious rally in Boutte. So you know Coach Kiowa's telling his guys, all right, let's drive the final stake in the heart right here. Let's not have any drama. It is a 21-point game. Smith made them both. 20-point game. Coach Randolph will call a timeout.
Big she's down to 2.
So HL Bourgeois is remaining in control. They have been in control throughout here. And
yeah, her timeout just to go talk to the officials.
argue with the officials.
Now the official should be doing his job here. You want to talk, let's go in your box on the sideline, not standing in the middle of the floor.
At some point, this has got to be a technical foul, right? I mean, he's going to escape it, I think, this time. It's
Yeah,
just going
the other
on.
official did a great job. Justin Ward came in and doing a great job of getting the coach back to the sideline. And if you want to talk, let's talk here on the sideline.
All right, we play on after the timeout. 1:33 to go in the third.
Well, it's still conversing.
At some point, she's going to have to get in her box. Did she just call another timeout? Yep, she did.
I'm not so sure. This might be an official timeout.
I'm as confused as the next guy here. It is not a Hahnville timeout. The officials briefly took a timeout.
I think he went relay to the other two officials while it was said in that little conference.
Braves have possession of the ball. Coleman throws it off of a Hahnville player, out of bounds. Now the Braves trying to get it back in again. Kadar Mitchell. To the middle. Coleman got to get across, and he does. Coleman all the way through. Now we'll dribble it out. Probably a smart decision with the lead. Why not? And get it to Mosley. Mosley to Mitchell. Mitchell backing down, feeds it inside. They go to Miles, who lays it up and in. Oh, brought it foul. Not up and in, batted out. But a foul will be drawn. Malik Miles will be shooting too. This has become a very weird night in the gym, has it not?
Yeah, look, the Hahnville players see their coach arguing. They got to keep their composure on the court and not argue with the officials.
See if we could get a scoreboard update from the other game going on at Homa. As that free throw is good. Hey, the Terrebonne Tigers leading 25-21 at halftime over East St. John. Finish it out, Brandon. The power of the s'mores.
We'll see.
Second shot is good. And the Braves lead by 22.
And your Clippers start falling off.
No, you'll have some tomorrow. You have my word. They've already been purchased. Simmons. Getting it to Jeffrey. We're back to Simmons. Moore's posting up, calling for it. Simmons got it instead. Simmons shoots a tough pull-up. Got it. He says, tough pull-up my fanny. He scores that one. Coleman being fouled, and they'll say he stepped out of bounds. Thought there was a lot of contact there. The officials disagreed, and it creates another possession for Hahnville with 24 seconds to go in the third, which Kaiwet is not happy. Simmons. Tax. Get it to Ham. Shoots a teardrop, banks it in. Don't look now, but it's an 18-point game. 8 seconds to go. Coleman. Long pass to Mosley. Is he aware of the clock? He attacks. They get it inside at the buzzer. That is the Clinton Ruffin who scores it on the horn, which brings us to the end of the third quarter with our score, HL Bourgeois 50, Hahnville 30. We'll be back in 1 minute. It's our game of the week on ESPN 100.3. One quarter to go. HL Bourgeois 50, Hahnville 30. It's our game of the week. In case you just heard Coach Brian Colley, we're having a lot of fun here on the reservation. The Braves are going to have Mosley, Mitchell, Miles, Ruffin and Coleman are the 5. The Tigers are going to have Simmons, Moore, Hams, Moore, and Smith. Can Hahnville make a run, or will HL Bourgeois keep them at arm's length? They have been at arm's length throughout the game. They led 12-2 and have not looked back. Coleman in double, reversing it to Mosley. You can run 30, 40 seconds of possession here. It's going to be real tough, especially if you do that. Mosley drives in and lays it up and in. So you burn a little time and add 2 to the lead. Quickly the other way goes Hahnville. Simmons, the 3, got it. Hahnville's going to need a lot of those in the 4th quarter. Coleman getting up in the air to Mosley. Mosley to Coleman across the timeline, and they've got him beat down the floor. Ruffin lays it up and in. HL Bourgeois gets a couple of layups against the press and adds a point to their lead. Simmons backing down, reversing it to Jamal Moore. Now to the corner they go Hams. Ooh, nearly stolen, but they get it to Simmons. Now Jordan Moore, boy, he's not been able to get going at all tonight. HL Bourgeois has really taken him away. Simmons. Off the bounce. Shoots it in traffic. Flat. Rebound goes to the Braves. Here they come. Coleman penetrating. Nice pass, but Miles wasn't ready for it. Maybe a little bit behind him, but boy, the right idea.
And Hahnville's they come with their press. HL just throwing the ball over the top and getting layups.
90 seconds into the 4th quarter, the Braves remain in control. If they win, as Moore attempts a 3, no. Rebound goes to Jamal Moore, out to Simmons, who attacks baseline, blocked away. But the Tigers get the rebound and will get a foul on the floor. If the Braves win this game, they will move one step closer to an outright district championship. And if that score with Terrebonne and East St. John holds, they would have a 2-game lead, which really would be sitting pretty as Moore misses a 3. Simmons lays it up, no. On the putback, tip up, no. Rebound goes to the Braves. Hahnville just can't buy one tonight. HL Bourgeois with numbers. Mitchell lays it up and in. Goodness, the Braves are putting on a clinic. They lead by 23. Mosley getting it to Hams, who lays it up and in. So a little bit of a lax defensive possession that time for HL Bourgeois, but they remain in control. Coleman picks up the dribble, long pass that hit the ceiling, so that'll go over to Hahnville. Coach Pywett calls a timeout. You were leading by 20 to start the quarter, and now I think you're leading by 21. I think Hahnville's owed a point. But either way, there's been no cutting into the lead here. There's a full timeout, but we'll keep it here. We thank the Gadry Law Group, Able Law Firm, Nothing Bunt Cakes, Cabarack Agency, Knights of Columbus, and Houma Christian School.
And a great timeout by Coach Pywett again, making sure he said, look, this happened to us last time where they came back and almost beat us. We're not going to let this happen in our gym. So he's doing a great job of controlling the game here in the second half.
Looks like the score table is having an argument. It looks like the Hahnville bookkeeper is saying, I think what we're saying is I think Hahnville got 35 points. But I think the home book sees it other. Well, we'll go with the score here. So it's 56-34 on the scoreboard here with 5:26 to go. Hams gets it to Smith. Attacks, lays it up and in. It's a 20-point game. Boy, if Hahnville could have been finishing at the rim like this all game, we could have maybe had a much different outlook on this one. Mosley getting it to Mitchell. Mitchell feeds it inside. Easy layup to Miles. That press is not bothering HL Bourgeois whatsoever.
They're moving the basketball. They're not holding on to it. That's why it's successful.
Simmons Waiting on a screen. The Braves switch the screen. Now they get it to a cutter at the rim who lays it up and in. That's Jamal Moore. 20-point game. But the Tigers are running out of time. 4:38 to go in the fourth quarter. Coleman to Mosley. Mosley's across the timeline all the way through, lays it up and in. It's a layup line for the Braves right now against that pressure. Now they're not getting any stops, but they're scoring every time, so Hahnville's not able to cut the deficit. Smith lays it up and will draw the travel.
Yeah, and one thing that HL's doing, they're not fouling. They're letting their clock run right here.
Braves will have possession and will keep weeding it down. Mitchell to Coleman. Coleman to Mosley. Ruffin feeding it inside Miles. No, got it back, and it's taken away by Hahnville. And he throws it right to Mosley, and the Braves will reset. Mosley getting into the right side. That is Ruffin into Mitchell. Mitchell up in the air, and we'll throw it away. Here come the Tigers. Jeffrey, they don't have numbers, but they'll attack the lane and block away. But they got the rebound, and they'll draw the contact. So 2 shots coming for Hahnville. .328 to go. HL Bourgeois remains in firm control. The first time these teams played, they had a big lead and squandered it. Doesn't look like that's going to happen tonight. Free throw's no good. And again, to reiterate, if Terrebonne holds on and beats East St. John, HL Bourgeois would have a full 2-game lead in our local 5A district.
With 2 to go?
With 2 to go. They have to win 1 game to win the championship. Shot is good. They make 1, and it's 60-39. Got an update for us? Coleman is out of bounds. Stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, Tigers lead 31-27 in the third.
Awesome. We thank Abby so much for those updates. And also 3T home at the drive-thru oil change. Team S'mores trying to get a big win. Jeffrey getting it to Simmons. Oh, that's Moore. My apologies. Tough. No, that's Simmons. There it is. Scored it. Real tough mid-range shot. Hahnville starting to play better offense, but boy, it might be too little too late with just 3 minutes to go. They're down 19. Coleman, long pass to Miles, catches it, gets it to Mosley. 2:50 to go. Mosley pulls it back out to midcourt. Ooh, might have got away with over and back.
He did.
The Braves will get it inside and lay it up, and it's an offensive foul. Coach, if there were about another 5 or 6 minutes left in this game, Hahnville is starting to play a little better, but they're just plumb out of time. Coach Kywet's going to call a timeout here.
Yeah, and HL, if they would have a little bit more time, I'm sure he wouldn't have this, what he's doing right here. I don't think he would spread the floor as much right now. He wants to get out of here with a victory. He's a great job just spreading that floor right here and just pacing the ball. And look, I love to see the stats after this, get points in the paint. It's got to be remarkable.
Very lopsided, yeah. Very, very lopsided.
Hahnville was never into it. They tried to get into it. Jordan Moore with only 4 points in the game. Multiple scores for Bourgeois.
That's been the thing. Bourgeois has strength in numbers. They have hit from every different direction tonight.
8 players
And everybody that scored, it's multiple field goals. It's not just somebody that throws up a prayer and scores it. It's all kids that have scored multiple times. Which Kiowa said since the preseason, this is one of the deepest teams I've ever had. Jeffrey to Simmons. And to Jamal Moore. Now Simmons on the right side. Tough shot. Missed it. Rebound goes back tap to the Tigers. They reverse it to the right corner. Simmons with a mid-range pull-up. No. Rebound goes to the Braves under the basket. They missed it. Now HL has it. Ruffin. 2:05 to go. It looks like the Braves are going to get a big home win here on the reservation. To Mosley. Mosley kicking it to Ruffin. Ruffin spinning, getting it to Miles. 1:48 to go. Braves working some clock. Very aggressive defense. Hahnville steals it, but they're out of bounds. So that'll be HL Bourgeois basketball. Although good hustle that time from number 5, Calvin Smith.
Yeah, again, he's a player.
Ken Lorio checks into the game for the Tigers.
They'll take Smith out the game for the Tigers.
Yeah, this is the waving of the white flag by Coach Randolph. They are saying we'll see you next time. And who knows, the way the numbers might fall, there might be a next time.
Could be. Tigers still holding on to a 31-29 lead. That's terrible and high.
Coleman with 90 seconds to go. The Braves are going to get a huge district win over Hahnville. Will sweep the district season series over Hahnville. Dribbling it out right in front of the Bourgeois bench. 1:16 to go, and it'll be a blocking foul on the Tigers. That's their first team foul of the quarter. Tomorrow, just for basketball fans in the area, this is not a game that we're broadcasting, but just for basketball fans in the area, this is a big one. Central Lafourche and Thibodaux. I know I'm going there. You'll be there.
Yes, sir.
Should be a lot of fun. That one is in Matthews. Must-win game for the Central Lafourche Trojan boys basketball team. And they know it. We had Coach Gage Griffin on the radio today. Coleman all the way through. There's the icing on the cake on senior night. He scores it. It's a 21-point game with 50 seconds to go. Mr. Rainey's doing the tomahawk chop over there as Hahnville lays one in. .36 seconds to go. Hahnville with the steal. They'll push it in transition. Simmons will. HL Bourgeois says, you're not coming into our gym and getting a dunk. I don't care what the score is, what the time is. They swatted that one away. Lorio to Jones. Lefty three. Air ball. Rebound goes to the Braves. Coleman in transition. Missed the slam. Mitchell has it. Lays it up. No. Rebound tapped up to Mitchell, who lays it up. No. Fighting hard, and a foul. Nope, jump ball will be called. Coleman is smiling. He knows he missed an opportunity to really put an exclamation point. Another inbounds, and that'll do it for this one. Hahnville will have another possession. Lorio.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are the district champions!
Basketball and that's the end of the ball game.
District champions!
So, our final score, HL Bourgeois 62, Hahnville 43. Coach, some final thoughts.
Well, all HL tonight. I mean, they came out, I think we started the game off 17-2, was it? Or whatever, it was.
They dominated.
Yeah, they dominated on the boards, in the paint. Just an overall great game. And again, this is a dangerous basketball team right now at this time of the season. They played extremely well tonight. They held Jordan Moore to only 4 points in the contest. And find something HL did wrong tonight. You'd be hard pressed You go look at the film maybe, but you'd be hard pressed to find something that Coach Caillouet can't be happy with.
Very little. They were tremendous tonight. They played like one of the best teams in the state of Louisiana tonight, and if they carry this energy forward for the next 2.5, 3 weeks, look out. Look out.
Yeah, Chris Coleman led the Braves with 18 points, and again, multiple guys came in. Mitchell had 6.